Nets Kingdom.
Yo, yo, yo.
Bruh, really?
Yeah, man. Back again with another loss.
Is that where you're at, AJ?
Man. Nah, it's just it's just
Are
like
you ready to jump? Are you ready to jump out of a plane without a parachute? Is that what's going on?
Yo, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. It's Nets Kingdom. We're back. Follow us on all socials on Instagram, Nets Kingdom 1. Twitter, the Twitters are at the bottom. Man, oh man. So what are you gonna say? Like this was a painful loss, but it's like, are we getting too used to this? Are we becoming numb to the pain, or was this a heartbreaking for you?
No. Well, dude, I'm gonna keep telling you every time we lose that I have. This is when you have zero wins and losses. Like wins, yeah, they get your blood going. It's nice, but it's like losses. They don't bother me because I know, like, dude. I'm not invested in this team like on a level that I was with the big three, because you had championship aspirations. Once the big three left, call it what you want. This is a rebuild, whatever you want to call it. They are rebuilding and trying to get back to being a contender. So my view and expectation of that has completely changed. Like so it's like my emotions are not like invested as far as towards wins and losses. My emotions are now invested towards what is this front office and coaching staff going to do with the current players we have, the young guys, and going forward, and what is this front office going to do at the trade deadline? That's where my emotions are invested. So wins and losses,
Yeah. Well, if you're joining us right now, we're recapping the game. The Brooklyn Nets just lost a heartbreaker in overtime to the Hawks, 147-145. We're gonna start this game in the beginning. Now, the beginning of this first half, we'll just start with the first half. It was kind of shaky. I mean, the Nets were really turning the ball over. I don't really these turnovers, man. It's like every single time. I don't know. I have like a love-hate relationship with Spencer. Let me start with that. You guys have like Spencer shows up some games, and then some games he just disappears. But this game in that first quarter, he looked good in that first quarter. I'm not gonna lie. Now the halftime, the Nets were 77-67. Again, the Nets had 8 turnovers, 14 points allowed. So the Hawks were basically scoring a bunch of points off our turnovers. But that first half, man, what did you think about that state? Like, were you kind of in like just a zone where like the Nets are just like to you, just like, let me see how it goes, or were you like, we might have got
it's
the Hawks
funny,
here?
dude. It's funny that you say that because I was like, dude, I so many times wanted to start to tweet some things, and then I stopped myself because I realized too this game that it was also like, why am I getting why should I get really like frustrated about it? Because I know this game is going to be back and forth. It's going to be up and down, and it's like some guys are going to get hot. Like a lot of these guys played well tonight, double figures, both like in 20s. Like I say what you want about Dinwiddie. He was in double figures in the 20s. Like Mikal was like, so it just, I don't know. I refrained from commenting all game because I knew in my head that it was going to go back and forth, and it was like, what was the point? Like,
Yeah.
we had an opportunity to win, and there were a couple moments that key misses. The Mikal layup would have helped us.
Yeah.
That one that the Lonnie missed. Like, there were just so many opportunities, and CJ, I believe, is hurt, which is why he wasn't in at the end, which I think a lot of people were confused about. CJ was out. He was hurt. I think that was what people were saying. So
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that.
it was a fun, dude. I actually enjoyed this game, dude. I was on the edge of my seat. I mean, it's overtime. Like,
Yeah.
like it was a fun game to watch. Like
watching. If you watch the first half, let's say you just joined the stream and you didn't watch the first half in the Nets game, you probably would not expect the result of the second half and overtime that you were when you're watching the first half. I'll say that because Trae Young had 19. I think he had 6 threes in the first quarter. We couldn't stop Trae Young in the first quarter. He was going crazy. And then that led to us being down 77-67. You know, the turnovers are hurting us. So, and that's when I'm watching the game and I'm like, are we going to get blown out here? Or are the Hawks just too good for us? And in the third quarter, everything changed. Claxton went on that run. Mikal started heating up. And everything the momentum just swung in that third quarter so much that it looked like we can just keep up with the Hawks. You know what I'm saying? This looked like it looked like the Hawks didn't really own us. But, you know, Mikal had to go for 40, like you're saying, in that fourth quarter and in that overtime. There's just a lot of this happens. We said this last stream, right? The Nets kind of like stay with the team. We fight hard. We went back to the 2015, the old team, because the last 2 games we weren't really fighting hard. This game, it's like we stayed in the game. We fought hard in that third quarter, and it was a game. And in the end, we just don't make the right plays. We don't execute right, and always lose these close games, like over and over. This is not the first time the Nets have lost a close game this season. Like, it's been a bunch of these, and it hurts, you know, and it hurts. But those heartbreaking losses, I think, just hurt more for me than the like getting blown out by like 30, 40. Then I'm just like, okay, it's, you know, I'm here. I'm back in, you know, I'm in my Nets mode. But when we lose these heartbreakers, the games that we could have won, like you said, Mikal missed that layup. There's a play at the end. I think I tweeted this out. There was a play that in the fourth quarter where Jacques Vaughn drew up. I think it was like a well, what did you see in that play? Because it was like a ring around the rosy. Mikal went around CJ for like 4 to, I don't know what it was, how many times, and then he got a shot off. Some people said there was a foul on that play. Like, what do you guys think about that?
Rage Chug, you guys watch it?
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, Mikal got fouled damn near every time he went down the lane, but the refs just decided not to call it. Like almost every time he went down, they never called it. But that's not here nor there. Correct me if I'm wrong. The NBA changed the rules post 2021. Any movement going upward or purposely altering your body to get a foul was literally prohibited as an offensive foul.
Yeah.
Why are we not calling that?
Yeah.
They made sure to be on timing with Harden, but we're doing this.
Yeah. And there was a thing with Trae Young too, where you see how he like initiates contact on some of these layups.
That's not
like,
natural contact.
That's not. Yeah, they were supposed to take that out the game.
They made it a whole big whoop to alter that. Yet here we are.
Yeah, those foul baiting calls. They were supposed to be out of the game.
You know what was the actual killer play? Was when that guy tripped Mikal, because he would have gotten a legit nice 3-point shot off. That play right there, I think it was like a few seconds left, and it was one of those things where it's like you fouled him, and it kind of worked in the Hawks' favor, and they winded up tripping. And I felt like that, like if you trip somebody, I almost feel like that should be more. I think that should be like a 3-point shot. Because I feel like tripping and kicking the ball, like that shit's in, like you're like, it's different of like, I think sometimes when you're going for the ball and you foul somebody, you're not like meaning to foul them, but I feel like when you're kicking the ball and you're tripping somebody, sometimes, you know what I mean? When you're legitimately kicking your leg out for what?
Yeah. Like I said, there's a bunch of like weird things that happened down the stretch that were good and were bad. Like Claxton locking up Trey. And shout out to Claxton tonight. Let's talk about Claxton real quick, man. The defense was stupendous on Trey. Like this is a 6'11" man that's guarding a 6'1", one of the fastest guards in the league. Clax is like even though I know Trey had 40. If you look at the box score, he had 40, but the game inside the game, if you watch, the eye test and you really watch this game, Claxton's defense had a major impact in that third quarter, which led to our run. And then he scored buckets. How much did he have tonight? 22 points, 3 assists, 11 rebounds, 2 for 2 from the foul line, 10 for 15 from the field. Like, come on. You got to give Clax a little credit for tonight. Like, what do you guys think about Clax?
Oh yeah, he was splendid tonight. Like he was arguably our best defender. Shame he fouled out, but yeah, like he had a solid ass game.
With Clint Capella, like people kind of compare, not compare, but going into free agency, right? I know you see what Clint Capella is paid, and now that Clax is becoming a free agent. Like, what are you guys like? What's your money on Clax? Like, do you have a certain how much he's worth? What do you think his value is right now?
Well, I can tell you what I'm gonna start at. I'll start at 25. Like set the bar.
Yeah.
Like make it to where teams genuinely have to overpay this man.
Yeah.
Like if 27 for CJ, I feel like 25 for Clax would not be the end of the world.
That's
especially
fair.
if you structure it like CJ's, where the bulk of it is in his starting years.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I agree. I
wonder. It's going to be that Claxton situation is such a.
It's a touchy subject.
It's none that it's touchy. It's just like you have to. I mean, you're. It's like if you don't. Like, obviously, if you roll and you go into the offseason trying to sign him, it's just you're out there bare, man. Like you're naked. Your ass is out there and like it's hanging out and you can't do anything about it. Like,
yeah.
And if all it takes is some team that has some money to throw at him, which there will be some, and be like, yo, this is what you're going to do. Like, because you know what, to be honest, imagine how good we've watched Clax get now. I truly think if you took Clax and you put him on a team that had a legit coach and like a really good development squad around them, I'm not saying just like a good player development.
Yeah.
Like I think Claxton's game would get a lot better offensively, and that's part of what it just I've seen it too many times where you see a player is one way and then they keep trying to change him. Like I think you could make Claxton a better player than he is, but
yeah, I
don't know. I mean, AJ, are you 100% confident going into the offseason? I know you want Clax, right? Like I all think.
Oh no, I'm not 100% confident. No.
Okay, because no, I didn't mean that we would keep him. What I meant, what I was going to ask you was, listen, the Nets can't let their young talent go away for nothing anymore. Like they can't, they have to sign. If you want to trade them later, trade them later. Yeah. But you have to sign and keep your young talent. I guess my question to you is, are you 100% sold on I'm not even trading him at the trade deadline no matter what? Are you even open to that?
Yeah, that's too far in. I don't know. I can't really.
You already know.
I know I brought this up. I know I brought this Clax situation up, but I don't want to talk about it.
You already know. People, you've heard Cash's take on it. I love Cash.
I don't want to think about this right now, man. I don't want to think about
this. You asked the question.
I know I asked the question, but I don't want to think about it. I don't want to face it.
You don't want to face it. They have to damn near give us a war chest, in my opinion.
Let me read some comments.
They gotta give us a war chest, and that's just
yo, hit that like button, y'all. Make sure you share the live. Somebody said if CJ is a $90 million player,
Claxton, man, you shouldn't have.
I should have, right? I should have opened that box. I should have opened the box.
You ask me about Claxton, expect a conversation you're not gonna like.
Yo, shout out to Under. He said if CJ is a $90 million player, Clax is a $250 million player. Keenan said Clax is way better than CJ. I'm sorry. All right, I got
our
one real
stream's
quick.
down, bro. Somebody reported our stream or suspended it.
It's down?
It said JV recorded
Policy
the stream.
violations.
No way. Oh, this hasn't happened to us in a minute. I remember this used to happen to me like at the beginning.
Well, looks like we're back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we're really bad.
They could hear us.
Are we
though.
back?
We're back.
No, I know. It still says we're.
Someone mad probably flagged the stream.
Yeah.
JV
Somebody's
recorded
we lost to the Hawks though. Our Hawks fans reporting us.
What the fuck? It was. You know who it is, AJ? It's that fucking guy who was commenting before. Oh, they just want to come back on an L because they thrive off negativity.
No way.
Like, shut up, dude.
What was I talking about? Yeah. So with that Clax situation, I'm just gonna move on. We'll talk about it later. I don't want to talk about it right now. But CJ, make sure y'all check on Nest Twitter. Let me know if Nest Twitter.
Hey, dude, we're not even live, bro. Like we have to end the stream. Like we're not even live. Like we're live, but we're not even streaming to anything.
God fucking damn it.
Oh yeah,
What
they
are you
got
talking
us out
about?
of here.
But you can
They got us out.